When Justin Bieber said, "Even thinking about another woman is the same as doing it," social media went wild. Everyone knew exactly who he meant: Hailey and Selena. That one line turned a simple chat into a storm. Suddenly, it wasn't just about music anymore. It was about love, mistakes, and the past he still couldn't leave behind. Hailey's silence spoke louder than words, calm yet heavy. And once again, Selena's name began trending, reminding everyone that no matter how much time passes, their lives will always stay connected. It all happened during one of Justin's recent Twitch live sessions, where he usually talks openly with fans about life, faith, and everything fame has taught him. But this time, one sentence was enough to stop the internet in its tracks. Even thinking about another woman is the same as doing it. He wasn't quoting the Bible or trying to make headlines. He said it while talking about temptation, self-control, and how easy it is to lose yourself when fame constantly tests you. His tone wasn't defensive. It was tired, like someone quietly admitting something to himself rather than performing for others. I paused the clip because it didn't sound planned. It sounded real, like a moment of truth that just slipped out. And you could tell he meant every word. Justin has often spoken about faith and forgiveness, but this time it felt different, raw, vulnerable, and deeply personal. Some fans saw it as a sign of growth, while others felt it hinted at guilt. To me, it sounded like honesty from someone who finally understands what it means to lose someone's trust. After the live stream, the comment section blew up. One fan wrote, "He's not preaching. He's confessing, and that's what makes it real." I agreed completely. His tone wasn't about judging anyone. It was filled with regret. Another fan wrote, "He's finally admitting he hurt someone and learned from it. Maybe Hailey, maybe even himself." That one hit harder because it made people realize this wasn't just talk. It was his past, dressed up as a lesson in faith. His words didn't just echo online. They touched something deeper, something that reached into his marriage. Because every time Justin mentions guilt or temptation, one name always comes back: Selena Gomez. No matter how many years go by, her presence still lingers in everything he says. And for Hailey, that's the storm she's been living in since the day she became his wife. It's crazy how one quiet moment of reflection can so quickly turn into a war between his past and his present. The internet doesn't let love grow. It traps it in memories. So when Justin said those words on Twitch, people didn't just hear a confession. They relived years of history. Every song, every glance, every breakup suddenly felt connected, like that one line tied the whole story together. It became clear that the real struggle wasn't between two women, but between the man Justin used to be and the one he's trying to become. Hailey's silence after the stream spoke louder than any explanation could. Sometimes love isn't about grand gestures. It's about staying steady through the noise of the past. After the live, fans flooded the comments with emotion. One wrote, "Selena didn't need to say a thing. Her silence said it all." That comment struck a chord because it showed how powerful silence can be when the world won't stop calling your name. Another person wrote, "You can see Hailey trying to stay strong, but that kind of past never really goes away. And that's what makes it hurt the most. No matter how much love there is, you can't erase what millions refuse to forget." By the time Justin's confession spread online, the rumors had already turned into conviction. People were sure he had crossed a line. And this wasn't the kind of story that dies down in a few days. It stayed alive because it fit the same old pattern. Those close to the couple claimed Hailey knew long before the public did. From the outside, their marriage looked flawless. But behind the photos and polished smiles, the cracks were already beginning to show. I remember noticing how different Hailey's tone was during that 2022 Call Her Daddy interview. She didn't sound like a newlywed full of joy. She sounded like someone trying to survive something heavy. When she said, "Marriage takes work and forgiveness isn't easy," it didn't feel like a cliche. It felt honest. You don't talk about forgiveness like that unless it's something you deal with every day. Justin might have been searching for faith, but Hailey was searching for balance. I couldn't tell if she stayed because she still believed in him, or because walking away meant giving up a life most people only dream about. Maybe it was both. Either way, she's been this steady presence in a story that never lets her breathe. After that interview, fans quickly picked sides. One said, "Hailey's playing the long game, power and image disguised as forgiveness." It was harsh but familiar. Another wrote, "She stayed because she truly loves him, not his fame." Two sentences, two completely different truths, and somehow, both could be real. Forgiveness has almost become Hailey Bieber's identity. Every time she talks about her marriage, the words "marriage takes work" follow her like a script. Calm, polished, and carefully measured. It sounds rehearsed because it has to be. When your husband's past is constantly analyzed by millions, every sentence has to balance grace and control. I've watched her interviews, her product launches, her quiet moments standing next to Justin. She smiles, she supports, but her eyes reveal everything. This isn't the fairy tale fans once believed in, it's endurance under pressure. After Justin's confession, her silence wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a calculated move. The less she said, the more the world read into her calm. And that's its own kind of power, quiet. Intentional and completely her own. Hailey figured out early on that defending Justin too much makes her seem naive, but saying nothing makes her look strong. She's mastered that balance perfectly. Beneath all the grace is someone who understands how much image really costs. When she forgave him, it wasn't just about saving a relationship, it was about protecting a brand built on their love story. I can't tell if it's genuine love or smart reputation control, but she handles it brilliantly. One moment she's the supportive wife, the next she's the calm, confident businesswoman. Maybe both sides are real. Maybe that's what makes her so hard to shake. Because in Hailey's world, forgiveness isn't just emotion, it's strategy. And every time Justin slips, she somehow turns his chaos into her calm. Justin Bieber talks about guilt like it's part of his brand now. Every verse he shares, every mention of faith feels perfectly timed, like repentance designed for the spotlight. He often talks about scripture, redemption, and becoming a better man, but at times it sounds less like healing and more like image repair. We've seen it before. Celebrities make mistakes, disappear, then return quoting the Bible with a song and teary eyes. The story's the same, only the faces change. When Justin speaks about temptation and forgiveness, he sounds genuine. But sounding real isn't the same as being real. The camera has become his confessional, and the world his audience. Yet sometimes the act fades. When his voice trembles or he pauses mid-thought, you can feel the burden behind his words. That's when it finally feels honest. That's when you realize he's not just acting like someone seeking forgiveness, he's actually trying to fix the damage he caused. I can't tell if Justin feels guilty for what he did or just for being caught. Maybe it's a mix of both. But guilt isn't proven through quotes or verses. It's shown in how you behave when no one's looking. And if this version of him is just an act, it's the most convincing one yet. Every live stream, every interview, every I've grown moment feels carefully designed to turn pain into redemption. Whether it's true remorse or smart image control, one thing is certain. Justin Bieber has mastered the art of confessing without ever fully admitting. Selena Gomez didn't need to name anyone or explain herself. She simply posted one quiet message on her Instagram story. The truth always comes out. Protect your peace. No hashtags, no explanation, yet everyone instantly understood. The timing was impossible to overlook. Just days after Justin's Twitch confession went viral, fans didn't see coincidence. They saw a message delivered without a single word. Selena has spent years being linked to someone else's chaos, but she never fights it with noise. She answers with peace. That calm has always been her quiet power, and this time, it spoke louder than any shade could. While Justin talked about redemption and Hailey worked to show everything was steady, Selena did what she always does, stayed above it all. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was control. By saying nothing, she reminded everyone that truth eventually surfaces on its own. It's almost poetic how, no matter how far she steps back, the story always finds its way back to her. I could sense how that one post brought back everything Justin was trying to leave behind. And maybe that's the truth. No matter how far he runs, Selena's calm always finds him. Justin might call it faith and Hailey might call it forgiveness, but to everyone watching, it still feels like a pattern. Confession, redemption, silence. Each time he talks about guilt, Hailey appears beside him, graceful, steady, and composed. And somewhere in the background, Selena's peace speaks louder than both of them. I've seen enough to know that not every apology brings change, and not every act of forgiveness brings healing. Maybe Justin truly has grown, or maybe he's just learned how to make it sound that way. But one thing never changes, the truth doesn't disappear. It stays quietly waiting, and in their story, it always finds its way back no matter how many smiles, verses, or headlines try to cover it. It's been months since that post, yet the silence between them still feels louder than any words. Justin has pulled back from the spotlight again, spending more time in studios and private spaces, but fans notice the pattern. Every time he disappears, something new brews beneath the calm. People close to him say he's been writing songs that sound more like confessions than music, pieces that never make it to streaming platforms. Maybe because they reveal too much. Hailey, meanwhile, keeps showing up. Red carpets, brand events, interviews. Her image hasn't cracked, but her presence feels heavier, like someone carrying the weight of a story she didn't write but has to keep defending. Insiders say she's been focusing on her skincare line, avoiding direct questions about Justin's recent posts. And every time a reporter brings up Selena's name, the same quiet smile returns, practiced, polite, but distant. Selena, on the other hand, has been moving differently. She rarely posts, but when she does, it's powerful. Subtle captions about peace, growth, and letting go. Fans call it her soft revenge, not through drama but through calm. Her focus seems to be entirely on her work, yet every lyric she releases gets dissected like a secret message. People can't help connecting the dots, as if every song is another chapter of a story that refuses to end. And maybe that's why the internet can't let go. Because this isn't just a love triangle, it's a reflection of what happens when real emotions collide with fame. Forgiveness becomes performance, silence becomes strategy, and peace becomes the loudest statement of all. Justin might still be searching for redemption. Hailey might still be protecting what's left, and Selena, she's already found what they're still chasing. Peace. But here's the twist. Peace doesn't erase history. It redefines it. And in this story, history always has a way of coming back. Not as a scandal, but as a reminder that no matter how far they go, some names will always echo together.